Hey, what's up, guys? Billy here again, and here I'm just gonna go over the BYND play. I'll throw the trade I did up on the screen somewhere in the video, but bear with me on this one. Level 2 is kind of messing up on the on-demand right now, or not level 2. The candle keeps sticking for literally 17 seconds of this trade, so bear with me in the middle of the video when I just kind of cut through. I'm not really cutting off or not showing something. It's just literally 17 seconds of on-demand that isn't working for some reason. No matter what I've tried, I've gone before. I've loaded it, I've just let it load and all that good stuff, and it's not working. So we're just gonna go through this. So here on BYND, as you can see, I missed all of the good entries by the time I got back to my screen on Thursday, but I had still went from BA, NVIDIA, and beyond. And I was just kind of looking around, seeing what the best one look was, and I just kind of stuck on BYND because I know historically, as much as I've traded BYND, I know that it can run a lot more. So I just kind of like wanted to give myself a good entry for a good reason, and this was actually a really good example on some level 2. So I wanted to go over this, but I also made my text a little bigger so you guys can see this a little better. Someone told me I should do that. But my trade was from 8:59 to 9:01. It was only 2 minutes. I made $225, but it was like a 50% trade. Was the more impressive part to me. I don't really care about the money. I care about the percent and the reasoning behind the trade. The reasoning behind this one was, you'll see. You watch this left side. But I didn't even watch the bid-ask spread. I saw it kind of tight, and then I started paying attention to this, but I was watching to see if the candle was going to break this low. If it broke the low and then pulled its dress up, I was going to get in, no matter what. So I was trying to get a good, confident, aggressive entry, and I think I'm able to do so by just following the bid. If you just watch the bid, you can play both ways. This is really easy to do, actually. It takes, don't get me wrong, though, you need to practice this. This took me 100 times to just get the flow of it, because there is a feel to it when you get on this. But all I wanted to do is I wanted to see the body of this candle, seeing all this seller stuff, because you had this happen, then you had, which you're not going to see rising volume on this unless it's super, super bearish, just because that was a lot of volume. But the cool thing was you did get some buy reaction just to slow it down, just to show like, hey, there's not just sellers here. So we got to this one. I'm just explaining each one from my thought process, because I'm just trying to give the best envision on this, the best picture. But I'm always watching volume. I'm watching bid. I'm watching this tighten up. And what I wanted to see from this candle, though, is it break the low of this, and I wanted to see it go towards that 140.15. If it hit that, I knew that I was in a very confident trade. If it pushes through that, I'm in a very, very confident trade. But you're going to see the level 2 flush. What I'm looking for is this 140.91 to be passed by the candle body. And then once it gets to that, I want to see this level be broken or this be broken by flushing. So if you see this go to like 140.15 or 139 something, just something way lower than the number, not way lower, just lower, by like 30, 40, even 50, 60, 70 cents. Sometimes you'll see a dollar flush. It's crazy, but that means very bearish. So I had entered very aggressive here. We have about another minute till you see my entry, but watch this candle form. So it goes all the way down and it takes the new low, and then it's going to pull its dress up for a second. That's when I entered, so I could get a good fill on a confident entry. It broke the low, and then I think it pulled up to about right here, and then I had gotten in at 8:59, which, not yet. But that was a good example of what I saw, though, when I did see it, because I saw it pull its dress up, I got a good fill, and then I was able to just sit in this trade until I watch this. Watch the bid. We still have another minute and a half on this candle, but it's good to watch it. And feel free to pause it anytime you want to see like the spread at the same time of it flushing. But all I'm looking for right now, to enter puts at least, is to see if this flushes. If it catches support here, I would have entered calls and I would have gotten in. But I'm not playing against the trend. It's under middle VWAP. It's under pre-market low. It's at a continuated low. It just had rising volume in this. Yeah, so I think that's what I was looking for in my entry. I waited till rising volume past this to confirm that sellers were still in main control after taking that low. So I waited for it to pull its dress up, which I think you saw it just do for a second. It'll probably do it a few more times. But it pulls it up a few times, and after all that, I have all that confirmation going down. After all that, that's when I entered. And then let's watch it do its thing. It's going to pause it and freeze the candle here at 9 o'clock. And then I'll have to skip up 17 seconds, and then it'll work for some reason. But this is how bad I really wanted to get this video out, because this is a great example. It broke that 140.15, and if you were watching that bid, you saw it flush. It's still flushing, honestly. It's still going. It's making lower lows every single time, and all these are following behind it. Keep flushing. And then it made that new low at 139.03. Now I'm looking for 139.03 to be broken by the bid. Once you start seeing it flush past that, which it's not going to do, it just froze. This is what I was talking about. The candle doesn't even form. But the weird thing is, if I skip to, whoops, 9 o'clock 17 seconds, there's a candle there now. It's weird. Play. So it did that all. Now I'm looking for it to break that 138.32, which I exited it at 9:01. So I exit it within the next 30 seconds. 138.32. I want to see it go past that. If it doesn't, it's going to stick. That's when I plan to exit, as soon as I feel uncomfortable. Because right now I'm already in good profits. On a next day contract, since it was Thursday that day, the next day would have been Friday. The next day contract had a lot of volatility, a lot of good stuff in it. So if I had one directional move, that'll pay me. That'll pay me every single time. You get great percentages and great movement if you're on a one-directional play and you're in that crappy of a contract, because those burn up very fast. But if you get a very good movement your way, you'll be paid. Oh, it already froze again. I just realized. So let's do this. Play, pause. That. Let me change that to 17. I'll do that. Yeah, it's sticking again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. But the picture here, and we can watch it on the past drops, actually. I was watching all this in hopes of getting it to work. What time is this? 8:40. So let's go to 8:39. Just to give a good example of what I'm trying to show y'all. Okay. So you're looking for this 149 to be broken by the bid. You want to see all of these start dropping at the same time. And again, you can turn on your time and sales, and you can watch big time sell orders come through as this is all happening, just to double confirm you. I don't think it's going to pop up on that. But wait till this 149 is broken by a candle, which we're kind of cheating because we could see it before, but just as a good example for level 2. So you're waiting for that 149. Bam, 20 cent flush, 30 cents, 40 cents, 50. $148.70. So again, it's sticking. You saw it. You saw that wick form, and then you saw it stick there for a second. Now you're seeing if they're going to continue to flush it. Again, watching your volume. You want to see if that ever passes, because then that gives you extra confirmation that bearish continuation is inevitable. It's going to definitely go down to this level if you see it past this. That's a fact. You want to see it break this low. You want to see it break this level for continuation. Now you're watching level 2 to see if it breaks 147.28 and 147. You're watching those two levels here on the bid. See, it kind of flushed there for like 9 cents. Nothing crazy big. There it goes. Starts going more and more. And trust me, you really do have to watch this a lot more if you want to get the feel of this, because this is amazing practice, and it already adds onto the system we already use, so it's not hurting you by learning this. You're just applying it to the system we already use. All I did was mark my levels from that day. I didn't change any of my levels. 147. Now you want to see how it reacts to 147. Volume picked up a lot from when it was down here. And you see that your candle still has a good few minutes in it. And it flushed hard. You saw it flush hard as soon as it broke that 147. Look at that dollar. Already $1.25 under. And that's exactly what I saw, just on a smaller scale when I was in my actual trade. And again, I'll throw this up on the screen so you can see. But I just want to show y'all that, because this is explosive flushing is what I'm going to call it, because this term is flushing when you see it drop like that. Now you're watching to see if 143.72 is broken, to see if continuation is going. 143.72. See, buyer stepped in for a second to pick up that dress. When you see that dress get picked up on a continuated drop, is a very aggressive but a very confident entry. 143.72 and 144.80. Those are the two numbers you're watching right here now. 144.80 is getting flushed under. Let's see if 143.72 gets touched. Oh, and rising volume. Didn't even notice while I was staring at this, but a good thing to go check. See how your bid got kind of tight again? Your bid-ask spread got tight again, is what I should have said. Again, now you're watching 144.80. You're going to see how they react to that. See, they're already under it again. Before you even saw the candle go under it, I saw it. I had a good few seconds before that happened. And that's how quick this is. It's very real. It's real time. Adding this to our already real-time levels that you're not having to confirm with lagging indicators helps. VWAP is probably the most lagging thing on my screen right now. It is. Because all I have is lines, volume, level 2. And you're watching, this is pure price action. Middle VWAP's just the one I like to have all the time. Y'all know why. So 143.72, that's what you want to watch next. Bam, they're under it. They're already under it. 143.65. You just want to keep making that lower low, lower low. Volume picked up. So in the beginning of the video, you saw the candle, so it kind of cheats, but this is a good thing to know though. On this next one, you probably will not have a higher volume on this, but that does not mean the bearish downtrend is over. When that happens, you'll sometimes have a slow up of buyers and sellers, no matter the direction, on the next volume. And then after that, sometimes you'll even get the opposite of what you want to see, and it'll have blue. Because it's a small buy reaction. Then, that's when you have your bear flags, your bull flags. That's where those patterns come from. It's from that small amount of waiting, the pending moment is what I like to call it, between buyers and sellers after a big move just happened. Now they're waiting to see who takes control or who keeps control. But seeing rising volume, see, now you know you're in a super bearish trend. It's under VWAP. You're under both your levels. You've had nothing but amazingness come from your bid-ask spread. It just keeps dropping, just keeps flushing. 142.68. That's what you want to see this candle break now. And I wasn't trying to make this a 20-minute video. I think we're coming up on almost 13 minutes now. But I really wanted to give you all good examples of real things, because I actually have been trading these a whole lot more in depth now, and I've just been trying to enter and exit just off level 2, just so I could get good videos going for you guys, because I do use level 2, but it's kind of hard to interpret out loud what you're doing, because I can go do it in my head all the time, but actually getting words to like get it out to you guys is another challenge to me, because trading's one thing, teaching trading is another, because again, I'm no pro, but these are just all from my experiences. But 142.68, see, it just broke it, dropped under it over 20 cents, 30 cents. So now you know sellers are definitely still here. So that's a good thing to watch. And not one moment, if I was in a put, not one moment would I have been scared yet. That rising volume was a big one, which the original level, by the way, was this one to break below. So this candle, as rising volume hit, should have been your entry. I just didn't come back to my computer screen until way late, and I saw that it was in a continuated pattern. So let's speed this up a little. So you want to see 142.36 get broken. If this gets broken, buyers will have control for a small amount of time. So if you see 144.80, then you know buyers are still around and they're really wanting to take that back. Sellers are looking for that 142.36. Anything in between is a battle. Look at that. That's nuts. Every single time I see it, I'm like, damn. Because you're literally witnessing the candle form without even looking at the candle. If I put my hand right over the candle, I could tell you what it's doing. That's the practice that we all need to be on. We all need to be practicing as much as we can. So maybe just sometimes during the week, go back on demand and try to make a trade in your head, or even try it out live when you think you're confident enough. But definitely turn on level 2 more during the week and just leave it on so you can watch it more. I think I'm going to cut it here. I just wanted to give you a good explosive reactions on what it does. But 140.116, that's where the seller's looking for now. Look at that. That's crazy. New candle. Buyers are going to look to try and take above this candle or break this volume. Volume is seriously one of the greatest things to watch. I love volume. If it breaks this, then buyers have a small amount of control back on for a reversal. Then their next battle would have to be to break this level and this middle VWAP. And then that would be a good reversal. Now, sellers, because like I said, you're going to have those slight reactions after you have a big move happen. So you had your red candle, you got your blue candle, and this is just a reaction. That's all it is. Because if you look, so far, you're in a flag right now. You haven't broken trend yet. There's no reason to get out yet. So now buyers looking to get out of this little pattern, and sellers are looking to break for a lower low, which is about where I entered for my trade, below this 140.15 like you saw in the beginning of the video. And right now it's 3 times speed, so that's why everything's kind of going a little faster than usual. But you see it's just sticking. It's real slow. It's all kind of stuck around that 143 right now. Buyers are looking to take that 143. They just can't. But this is real-time information, so it's a good thing to learn. It's a good thing to pick up on. It's a great tool to use for the system we already have in place for the BB, for the Bueller Bias chat, just everyone. This is an amazing thing. But I think I'm going to cut the video there. If this was helpful, please... this will be private, so you don't even have to like or comment, but if you want to hit me up on Discord or message me on Instagram or anything, you definitely can. I'm always here. But thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope this helps.